Hello and welcome back to episode 36 part 2. I didn't even realise there was going to be a part 2, but these things just tend to take time to explain. So welcome back to episode 36 part 2 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series, a continuation of improving. Okay, I've showed you enough of improving the iron tools. You get that now. You get that completely, I am sure. And for now, like I say, just get up to 20. Whatever your items allow you to, just get that. Get the quality level as high as you can go. That's all. Okay, now staying in the forge, of course, there was a couple of other items I wanted to just quickly do a couple of improvements on. We're going to do this lamp, so we're going to use the lowest quality lump. Okay, so activate your lump, and this is going to use the blacksmithing skill, so you should be able to hopefully get this up quite a bit. Now what we'll need to do, my forge is cooled down as well because I did not check it. Now as long as there's flames still going in the forge, you can still add some items to it. So let's just quickly grab. Notice, remember that you want as close to 20 kilograms as possible. That gives you the longest burn time. So we'll burn that. There, that gets the forge back, but because I let the forge cool down, them items I can't do right at the moment. So what we'll do, let's switch over to wood. So we're going to now do the wooden mallet, because that's another item needed for improving your wooden items. Your barrels, your rafts, your cart, your boats, loads and loads of items. So let's do them first. What we'll do, one of each. So we're going to do our wooden mallet. We need a log. So we'll grab the lowest quality logs. We don't want to waste the higher ones. We don't need them yet. Activate your log, right click the mallet and improve. Oh, that was a nice jump. We can still do it again. And we can't use that log now, so we'll put that back. What we'll do, we'll now grab the 26, because I haven't got many 30s at the moment. So we'll improve again. And that's now needing the carving knife. Now the carving knife is in there in the forge, so I'm going to improve that some more. We've got it to 20, that's all I wanted to do. So there we go, we've got our mallet. That won't break anytime soon. The higher you can get it, obviously the better for you, because then there's less chance of you breaking it. Although I'll say that and you'll probably break it with the first hit, even at 20. Well, the game's temperamental. Just try to keep it happy and then it won't start breaking your tools. Right, okay, let's put some of this stuff back because I don't think we need it anymore. Okay, so that was our mallet. What else should we improve? Well, we can next improve the small barrels. Now, small barrels are a fantastic item to make. I recommend to you make 20 small barrels. Why? Let's bring up the skills window. Now, if you like what you see when I showed you that wagon, and we are going to get onto wagons eventually, but the only trouble with the wagon is, to make it, you need, I believe, about 40 fine carpentry skill. How can you get the fine carpentry up? Well, in Wurm Online, one of the old tricks, one of the best ways to get your fine carpentry up was to improve small barrels. So let's give you a demonstration. So we'll grab the small barrel. Whenever you're improving the smaller items, I always prefer, you can see, to put them in my pocket. You don't always have to though, as you're going to see when we do the forge. So we're going to need now the file. We've made a file, so let's grab it. Thankfully it's quality level 20, so that's good. We'll activate the file. Now watch what happens when I successfully improve the small barrel. Okay, we do file. There you go, look at that. And fine carpentry has gone up. How fantastic's that? You need to start working towards 40. We're not going to get to wagons anytime soon, but we are going to eventually. So slow but surely, just keep chipping away at that. Like I say, make 5 barrels, make 10 barrels, or make 20 of them, and then just go through imping them all. So as you can see, now this is asking for the pelt. Now the pelt we can still use. So let's polish. Okay, we damaged, so we repair. Then we polish again. You see, this is getting more difficult. As you get higher, it gets more difficult. What I mean by that is you'll have lots more failures. It doesn't matter, it's all good, because your repair skill will go up every time that you have to repair. So it really doesn't matter. Right, now we need our mallet. Can I remember where I put the mallet? Oh, there, it's just above. Right, okay, so let's try. What are we aiming for? Well, I could try to get to 20. And now we need the carving knife. I'll leave it there because the carving knife I think is still low. So there you go, doing that, your fine carpentry is going to go up. That's I think how I've got mine up through doing, well, I've got mine up through doing the large barrel, the small barrels. I've done quite a few, so all the items I've been making. So there we are, let's close that. Okay, so that's your fine carpentry and the best way to get that up. There perhaps are better ways. You know what, if you know of one, just comment. That's what you're there for, not just to sit down and watch, but to also have some input. Okay, next, let's do our cart. See, now this is obviously an item I'm not sticking in my pocket for obvious reasons. So, to improve that, what we do, either right click and left click examine, but you'll notice I prefer just a double left click. If you do that, down here it tells us the quality level, and it also tells us what we need to do to improve it. So you will want to polish, so it's talking about the pelt. We'll activate the pelt, right click and polish. Notice that we don't have no damage, we'd have had to have repaired that, but remember the number 1169, so let's polish. Now if we double click, we just jumped up to 12. How great is that? Now we need to use the file, which we have, so let's right click and file. Now we need to use the carving knife. Oh, let's close that. Okay, the carving knife is, what's the carving knife on? That's on 11. So no, I'm not going to go there, waste time, because it's the tool's too low. Ideally your tool will be like I mean I can use that to improve, but I'll have failure after failure, so it's, you know, I don't want to waste your time. You've got the gist of it. Next we'd have needed to use the carving knife. So that's the cart. Let's show you next then improving our forge. What's the forge on? The forge is on 34. Yeah, alright, I got a bit carried away the other day. I should have waited to show you improving it, but it would have meant the higher quality level you can get your forge, the longer it will burn for. There you are. There's the very reason why I got it as high as I could, because I didn't want it to keep going out. And you won't want yours. So, the two tools you will use for improving your forge, your oven, your statues is the stone chisel and a rock shard. So that's why we kept the rock shard. The rock shard has to be higher quality level than the item that you want to improve. The stone chisel, however, well, you can see mine's only 23 quality level, but the forge is 34. Now I'm not gonna say if we're gonna be successful with the chisel, but let's try and show you what happens. So it's saying, what do we need to improve it? Saying we need the stone chisel. See that forge, blah blah blah. The forge has some irregularities that must be removed with a stone chisel. So remember, double left click, it'll tell you what tool you need. So we activate the stone chisel, right click and chip. That's what you need for your forge, your oven and other stone structures. So we'll click chip. See, we managed to, so it was on 34.56 there. If I double click, it's now on 35. It would be nice if I could get it to 40, because then it will burn for a certain period longer. And don't ask me how much longer, because I really can't remember. It's years ago since I last went in the improving zone. Let's just try and improve. There we go, that improved again. What we at? So we're now at 36. I'll leave it there. You've got the idea. That's how you do your forge. Okay, so it's all good. Now let's put my rock shard back, but I want to put it back in the right bin, which is my 40s. It says it's open. You see, it all gets such a mess. Oh, here it is. Right, okay, so we'll drop that back. Remember, waste not, want not. Okay, now let's do then one of our bulk storage bins. What's that on? That's on 16. That's on 8, so that's a better candidate for me to show you. And we need a log, so we can grab one of our low quality logs, activate the log, right click the bin and improve. Damaged it. And improve. Now I'm not sure what skill, whether it uses fine carpentry. Oh, maybe it does. So here's another good way. But let's wait for the colour to go and then we can just double check before I jump ahead. Okay, once that goes to white. Okay, let's now try again. So it definitely uses carpentry. Or maybe it doesn't use fine carpentry. Maybe that was just because I was doing the small barrels. Yeah, I didn't think it did, so it's just using carpentry for this. Let's do one more time just to make sure. Yeah, so that's just carpentry by the looks of it. What have we got it up to? 17. I advise getting all of your bins to minimum 20 quality level. As soon as you can, get them all to minimum 30 quality level, because you'll have them scattered all over the place. They do tend to like rotting. So by getting them to 30, you remember that I showed you in a previous episode, they change texture, colour when they've got to 50% damage. So having them at that high quality level, you're never going to lose any. So there we are. There is improving your bins. What's the food one at? The food is at 15. Let's quickly do the log on it. Oh, needs repairing. No, it doesn't. What is it? It could be improved with a log. Ah, the log quality is too low. There you go. Right, so let's switch to my 20. Let's improve. Okay, that'll do. I just wanted to do one. Okay, next, let's improve the large iron anvil. And of course the small anvil. Now, because I've kept it out of the forge, they have to be hot. And the anvils are very important to keep up in quality level, because as you go through making items like nails and everything else that requires metal, the better quality level your anvils, the more success chances you'll get. So always try to remember to improve both. Now, I don't really want to make you wait any longer for these. They have to be glowing. Your anvils have to be glowing in order for you to be able to improve them. So I don't want to waste your time. It'll take more minutes, and I said to you that this would be a shorter episode. Let's just take a look at my large barrel. Remember, you keep a large barrel by your forge because you need water. You need water to drink, and you need water now you know to temper. So that's the two reasons for having your large barrel. Because it's so low quality, I want to quickly just do that. So let's do it a couple of times to get it up a bit. The lower level you keep any item, the more you risk of losing it through damage. So like I say, always try to just improve them a few times if you can. Ah, you see the large barrel as well does your fine carpentry, so it's very good to do that as well. Okay, there we go, that's on 11, that'll do. I'm not trying to get nothing really high, I'll do that off camera. I just wanted to show you. Right, next let's do our raft, shall we? Now with the raft, we can use this log, activate the log, right click on the raft and improve. Notice we haven't got to have it in our pocket, you can do it on your cart. Okay, this is using just carpentry by the looks of it. But this is using shipbuilding. What am I talking about? Yeah, as mentioned previously, this is another good one for building up your shipbuilding skill. I think that's why I managed to get my shipbuilding to 20 when you first see it in the beginning of the rowboat episode, because I'd made loads of carts, rafts, for me and Brainstorm. But yeah, I mean, even at 5, look, my shipbuilding's 30, it still doesn't want to improve it for me. You can see shipbuilding is just tougher. Okay, there we are, so that's improving your rafts. There are so many items all around you that need improving. At some point, when I've got these cauldrons up to quality level 30, I will swap them over with the ones in my cart, and I will then improve them ones in the forge. You see, so there we go, swapping them over. Just remember, never put any wooden items in your forge, they will take heavy damage. If you can do it, if you're sitting there watching the wooden item to damage it, so you can then take it out and improve it. Repair it obviously first and then improve it. That's a good trick that people playing Wurm Online use. What they'll do, they'll get a wooden item like the raft or something else that fits in the forge. They'll put the wooden item in there, let it get to about 80 damage, take it out, repair it, and then start improving it again. So there's a little little pro tip for you for improving your wooden items. You can put them in the forge, get them highly damaged, repair them up, then repair them. Right, okay, I think that is everything to conclude improving. I've shown you the tools, I've shown you the various items around us. I'm not going to run all the way over to Rainstorm's Island to do the boat. You'll see the same when you activate the mallet on the rowboat. You'll see it says hammer when you right click on it. For the pelt it would say polish. For the file it'll say file. So you've got the gist of it. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed the 2 episodes on improving. Any questions, any corrections on all the many mistakes I've made, please just leave them under the improving videos. I would like to try and do that now as we progress. If you have an answer to anything that I've got wrong, if you have some information you want to share about one of the topics that has been covered in the series so far, please try and leave them under the video of that subject. Just for future people, when they come and watch this series, it will be easier if we cluster together the information. Otherwise it becomes a needle in a profoundly big haystack. So there we go. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you all and keep every last one of you safe. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.